And welcome inside Delaware Live Sports as we kick off the spring season with some baseball on this Tuesday evening. Nick Allison journey alongside Jason Winchell, and Nick Halliday pops back in the building here as we're live at Frawley Stadium, the home of the Blue Rocks, and we're back for another spring. Jason, going to be a lot of fun, and nothing better than getting together and doing some games here at Frawley Stadium.
Yeah, I always like games here at Frawley Stadium, and you get a nice one here to start the year.
We've got the Polytech Panthers and the Woodbridge Blue Raiders. So two teams making the trip up north, and a rather long trip at that here on a Tuesday, but you got to make it if you want to play on a field such as this one. So these guys are amped up, they are excited, and they are ready to go. So let's dive in and jump into the matchup here, and let's first talk about the Polytech Panthers coming into this one with a record of 2-2. An opening loss to Sussex Tech. They rebound with a win against Friends, then suffer a loss to Sussex Central, and then rebound again against St. Andrews. So 2-2. They put up 14 runs in that win against Friends. They won that one 14-11, so they got some firepower on the offensive side, and excited to see the Panthers here up north.
Yeah, and they play in that tough Henlopen North Conference, Nick. You got Cape Henlopen and Sussex Central are both undefeated to start the year, and Sussex Tech only has one loss, and that was to an out-of-state team. So, yeah, they're in that tough Henlopen North Conference, but here they get a intra-division battle here against the Henlopen South team.
Let's go through the lineup for Polytech tonight. Leading it off will be the catcher, Will Harvey, followed by the left fielder, Ryan Zimmerman, third baseman, Isaac Balsarac. Batting cleanup today for the Panthers, the first baseman, Asher Grubb, right fielder, Elijah Benton, the designated hitter, Blake Knight, at shortstop, Michael Brubaker, at second base, Josh Fredericks, in center field, Ethan Garcia, and on the mound, Tyler Brown. Now let's take a look at the visiting team today. That is the Woodbridge Blue Raiders. They will line up in the batter's box first today. They come into the contest at 1-2, an opening day win over McCain, and then a few setbacks, two tough losses, one to North Carolina, the school in Maryland, a good program there, and then a 4-0 defeat to Del Mar back on March 26. So looking to get to 500 are the Blue Raiders. They as well making the trip up north here to Frawley Stadium, and it's going to be a fun one here, getting a chance to check out Woodbridge as well.
Yeah, it is, and it's great to see two downstate teams make the trip up here and get a chance to play in a beautiful minor league ballpark like this. It's one thing that I always thought the Blue Rocks did well was get these high school teams here, and it's the first of at least 4 games here this week. So
we'll get comfortable, right? If
yeah,
we might be here a few more times, and especially the rest of the season here this spring.
And they do a good job of getting as many teams in here to play as they can.
Let's go through your Woodbridge Blue Raider lineup. It starts at the top with number 22, the left fielder, Austin Griffith, followed by Sam Schroeder, batting second in center field. Behind the plate will be Logan Moran, batting third. Cleanup hitter will be the first baseman, Evan Woodall. At third, batting fifth, Will Haig. The pitcher on the mound will be Connor Watkins. At shortstop, Ryan Scott. The DH today for Woodbridge, Dylan Passwaters. At second base, Parker Short. And then in right field, Scott Latham. So the managers down onto the field.
So, yeah, getting the ground rules, first time playing here at Frawley Stadium. They're probably just letting them know what's in play, what's not in play.
Again, 6:30, first pitch coming up and just around the corner. Going to kick off our spring baseball season here at Frawley Stadium. And as we talked about, we're scheduled to be here a few more times this spring. We're excited to be back and got some softball action, baseball now coming in. We'll have some lacrosse shortly. It's been a rainy spring to start, so we've had a lot of delays and cancellations so far.
The weather's been killing me, Nick. I went out to 2 games on Friday, and they were brutally cold. Got down to Appo and saw St. Mark's Appo, and then went up to Dyer Field and saw Conrad Sally's. Both games took almost 3 hours to play.
Oh my
They got to find a way to. Anyway,
pitch clock.
Pitch clock in high school baseball is coming.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was both exciting games. So, it's good to be out. We need the weather to cooperate with us.
Yeah, it's never easy early in the spring as the Polytech Panthers have taken the field, and it'll be Tyler Brown on the mound here today for Polytech. So his first start, or at least has no decision on the season. The Woodbridge, of course, led by J.D. Messick. In his 4th year as head coach, Brad Walker, the pitching coach for Woodbridge, Brandon Dooley, hitting coach and first base coach. Woodbridge made the DIAA state tournament back in 2021 and looking to get back there this year. Polytech led by George Eilers, assistant coaches David Eilers, Keith Ditto, and Steve Brown. So it'll be Austin Griffith, the left fielder, set to kick things off. The junior batting with a .375 average, 2 RBIs, 3 runs scored so far. One of the best all-around players here for the Blue Raiders, a 3-year starter, first-team all-conference as a sophomore last year. So he'll be ready to go as he's moments away from stepping in and facing Tyler Brown on the mound here for Polytech, as we mentioned, getting his first taste of action as a starter. Brown, a senior, we're underway. This one's going to be drilled right into right field. 1 pitch and a hit for the Blue Raiders as Austin Griffith able to lead things off.
It's a good way to start, right?
Yeah.
Hit the first pitch, swing, hit the.
So that'll bring up Sam Schroeder. Schroeder, the center fielder, a senior, batting .500 this year. He's got 3 doubles, 2 RBIs. The captain and the heart and soul of the Blue Raider program when talking to head coach J.D. Messick. So off to a great start for Schroeder in his season here in 2024.
Yeah, that is a great start.
They play Orchard Thursday?
So 1-0 the count here to Sam Schroeder. Brown delivers and be chopped over to second base. Scooped up, throw over, they'll get 1. As that play made by Josh Fredericks. So runner able to advance as Griffith now in scoring position with 1 away here in the top of the first inning.
Yeah, I like there that he, made sure he got the 1 out.
60% chance for rain, 15 to 25 mile.
So first pitch once again is put in the air from Logan Moran. This one going to be ran down by Benton in right field. Griffith will tag and he'll get over to third now with 2 away here in the first. So Woodbridge coming out, swinging at a lot of first pitches, making good contact. And we'll have a chance to put 1 across here, but 2 away.
I like that approach, come out, swing, get it out of the way.
Yeah, another first pitch swing for Evan Woodall, batting cleanup, the first baseman here today. Woodall, a freshman who's batting .400. Sky's the limit on his potential, according to the coaching staff. And he's, again, batting cleanup as a freshman. That pitch from Brown hits the outside corner. And quickly 0-2 to Evan Woodall. And got him swinging, and Tyler Brown gives up that first hit to lead off the inning, but able to rebound nicely and no damage done for Polytech here in the top half of inning number 1. To the bottom of the first we go, 0-0 between Woodbridge and Polytech. inside Delaware Live Sports. To the bottom of the first, we go between Woodbridge and Polytech, kicking off the season here on Delaware Live. Going nothing doing for the Blue Raiders in the top of the first inning. That'll send the Panthers up to the plate here in the bottom half as the home team. 2-2 on the year are Polytech. It'll be the catcher, Will Harvey, to lead off, followed by the left fielder, Ryan Zimmerman, third baseman, Isaac Balsarak, first baseman, Asher Grubb, the right fielder, Elijah Benton, Blake Knight, the designated hitter, Michael Brubaker, the shortstop, Josh Fredericks, the second baseman, Ethan Garcia in center field, and Tyler Brown, as we mentioned, on the hill today for Polytech. Defensive alignments for Woodbridge here quickly. Jason Griffith out in left field, Schroeder in center, Scott Latham in right field, Logan Murhan behind the plate, Haig at third base, Scott at short at second base, Evan Woodall at first, and Connor Watkins on the mound today for Woodbridge. So here's Will Harvey, 4 for 7 on the year, batting .571 with 5 runs scored.
That's pretty good.
Watkins on the mound in his 2 appearances, 0-1, 5 innings, 4 strikeouts with a 4.2 ERA. And the first pitch from Watkins to Harvey as we're underway in the bottom of the first, missing for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch.
Ooh, high.
And just missing high.
Just a little bit upstairs.
So 2-0 the count here to Will Harvey, who's catching today for the Panthers. Again, tied for a team high in average. Off-speed pitch is in there. And 2-1 now the count to Harvey.
Yeah, real 2-0 off-speed pitch there. He throws it over for strike.
So 2-1. Trying to believe it again. That one missing just high. Now 3-1. Hitters count here to the leadoff man for Polytech, Will Harvey.
It's all a different approach. You know, their leadoff hitter swings at the first pitch and singles. He walks a 3-1 count.
A little bit late on that one, but fouls it off, got a piece, and our first full count of the evening. 3-2 here to Will Harvey to lead off things in the bottom of the first. But could have asked for a better day for some baseball today.
Yeah.
And the 3-2 just misses outside. The leadoff man aboard for Polytech here in inning number 1.
What a great at bat. You can see, you know, he's, like you say, he has a great average of .571, but you saw his eye there. Only swung at strikes.
That'll bring up the left fielder, Ryan Zimmerman. A tough start at the plate. 1 for 10, but has scored 3 runs here so far through the team's first 4 games. First pitch to him, misses low. So 1-0 the count here to Zimmerman. The 1-0. Breaking ball is in there for a strike. That'll even it up at 1-1 to Ryan Zimmerman.
See, seems like he's comfortable in throwing at those off-speed and breaking ball pitches.
Had most of his strikes so far through the first batter. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Watkins. Another breaking ball fouled off the left foot of Ryan Zimmerman for strike 2.
Yeah, you got to shake that one off.
That's why you see some players in the bigs wear those guards on the calves.
Oh, yeah, yep.
Almost everyone nowadays.
You have to protect. You have to protect your feet, Nick.
That's right. Coming off of some of those foul balls.
Those foul balls come off that foot.
Get you. 1-2 the count here to Zimmerman. And
Sorry
here
for setting up
the pitch from Watkins is driven hard into center field. Schroeder is back. He'll make the catch for the first out of the inning.
That's a tough run they got him out.
Yeah, the St. Mark's game was a ring.
Yeah. Still, that's a tough run.
That'll bring up the third baseman, Isaac Balsarac. Balsarac coming in, batting .571, tied for the team high in average alongside Harvey. He has a run scored and leads the team with 6 RBIs through the first 4 games. Watkins fires over to Woodall, diving back safely as Harvey.
Yeah, good job. Make sure you want to announce to the runner that you haven't forgot about him.
So here's the first pitch of the at-bat for Balsarac. And a little out in front of it for strike 1. So Jay, fun weekend for you, right? Were you able to, I think I saw you were at WrestleMania.
I was.
Over the weekend.
I was.
And we're going to talk about that after this pitch. The 0-1 out in front, able to poke it foul down the right field side. Talk a little bit about that. I'm sure it was a heck of a week in terms of events up in Philadelphia. It looked like an electric atmosphere this weekend up at the link.
It was Sunday night. It was incredible. I'll tell you what, man. I got up there, and it was a party outside, a party inside, and then a long ride home. Took about an hour and a half just to get out of the parking lot.
Whew. Watkins going to again fire over, trying to keep Will Harvey close at first base.
It's always good when you get a chance to see The Undertaker. I was not expecting it.
I was going to say, what was the most, I guess, astonishing moment for you, or most jaw-dropping moment from WrestleMania over the weekend?
Yeah, probably the return of The Undertaker and Cody when he finally completed his story.
Watkins with a nice job recovering that time as he strikes out Balsarac on the 0-2 pitch for out number 2 here in the bottom of the first inning.
First baseman.
That'll bring up the first baseman, Asher Grubb. So here's Grubb with 2 outs and a runner on for the Polytech Panthers here in the bottom of the first inning, still scoreless. And were you rooting? Were you a Cody Rhodes guy?
I was.
As that pitch misses outside, 1-0 to Grubb.
I was rooting for it. I was rooting.
So were you upset initially when The Rock came in and they supposedly scratched his championship opportunity?
I was. I didn't want to see The Rock, but you know, he was there.
He was there.
He made an appearance, so I got to see that too. But
the 1-0 pitch off speed is in there for a strike, 1-1. I think John Cena was there too, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Got to see John Cena, The Rock, Undertaker. And the 1-1 pitch comes inside, taking off his Harvey, excuse me, and he's in there safely. Moran made a quick throw, just hopping over the intended target. It's going to be a stolen base for Will Harvey, who moves into scoring position. So sitting right there for Asher Grubb. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's a good breaking ball that falls right in there. And that'll even it up. 2s across the board, Jay. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Harvey at second base.
Deuces are wild, Nick.
We'll see the pitch here from Watkins. The 2-2 is going to be driven hard in the gap in right center, and that's going to be down at RBI. As coming around to score is Harvey, and a big hit to start the scoring for Asher Grubb and the Polytech Panthers. They take a 1-0 lead here in the first inning.
It's a good piece of hitting, and you see that stolen base helps Nick, gets him in scoring position. He's able to get the 2-out knock.
Right fielder number 1, Elijah Benton.
So that'll bring up the right fielder, Elijah Benton. Benton 3 for 9, batting .333 with an RBI so far this season. So Grubb now on first.
See if they try and get him in motion with 2 outs.
A 1-1 the count here to Elijah Benton. Benton on the ground hard to third. Haig has it. The throw across the diamond is in time for the final out of the inning. So an RBI off the bat of Asher Grubb as Will Harvey steals second. He comes around and scores. As Polytech, they strand one, but they score and open things up here in the first. They lead Woodbridge 1-0 as we head to inning number 2.
Wraps, signs, banners, and promotional items that can help your business stand out from the rest. Looking for an excellent way to convey a professional image? Customized promotional products are the perfect way to target new customers, increase employee retention, and boost your brand awareness. Let the professionals at Cassidy Graphics bring your advertising ideas to life. Give them a call today at 302-326-2412. Again, that number is 302-326-2412. Again, Cassidy Graphics brings your advertising ideas to life. Wraps, signs, banners, and promotional items that can help your business stand out from the rest. Looking for an excellent way to convey a professional image? Customized promotional products are the perfect way to target new customers, increase employee retention, and boost your brand awareness. Let the professionals at Cassidy Graphics bring your advertising ideas to life. Give them a call today at 302-326-2412. Again, that number is 302-326-2412. Again, Cassidy Graphics brings your advertising ideas to life. Wraps, signs, banners, and promotional items that can help your business stand out from the rest. Looking for an excellent way to convey a professional image? Customized promotional products are the perfect way to target.
And welcome back to the second inning. We go here at Frawley Stadium between Woodbridge and Polytech. 1-0. Panthers got on the board in the bottom of the first off an RBI off the bat of Asher Grubb. And here we are to start things in the second. It'll be the third baseman, Will Haig, who made the last play defensively for the final out in that bottom of the first inning. As that pitch misses low, 2-0 to Haig. Haig, a senior, batting .571, 2 RBIs, a 3-year starter for the Blue Raiders. As that pitch is high, so 3-0 quickly. As Tyler Brown looking for the strike zone here in the first at bat in the second.
You go in the green light here, Nick, at 3-0.
Oh, yeah.
I know you.
You know I would, but most likely as a coach, you probably wouldn't have him take
Probably,
it.
probably has the stop sign.
He does, and the pitch from Brown, a good response, hits that inside corner, 3-1.
Still good hitters count for him.
The 3-1 pitch from Brown comes back inside, got him swinging. And from 3-0 to 3-2, we've got another full count. This time to start off things for Woodbridge in the second inning. 3-2 to Haig. The payoff pitch is inside from Brown. And the leadoff man aboard. Once again, for Woodbridge, it was Griffith who singled his way on to start things at the top of the first inning.
We saw that leadoff walk in the bottom of the first come around for Polytech to go in the lead.
Number 5, Connor
Those
Watson.
leadoff walks always seem to be dangerous.
So that'll bring up the pitcher, Connor Watkins, the junior, a 2-year starter, batting .333 this year. He'll show bunt as Brown steps off. As we mentioned, Woodbridge 1-2 this season. Here we are early in the spring of 2024.
Yeah, Mike and I were talking about this the other day. I mean, with all these rainouts, you see there's 1, 2, 3 games played so far for some teams. Season ends May 18th, Nick. So you got to get in. Some of these teams have to
It's
get in
crazy.
17,
That's quick.
16 games in a matter of 5 weeks. So you're going to see these teams. It's going to be all about pitching depth.
Sure, we've seen that be a factor before. 1-0 the count to Watkins, who once again squares around. He'll pull back, swing away, and foul it off.
Your alma mater is playing a doubleheader on Saturday.
Oh, yeah, I like that. You gotta like that, right?
They're going to start the day at Archmere at noon, and then play Hodson at home at 4 o'clock. So they got to drive from Claymont back to home and get ready for Hodson, who will be there waiting for him.
The 1-1 pitch to Watkins hits the corner for strike 2. 1-2 to Watkins. And what do you think? Do you think they'll jersey change in between games? Or do you think they'll just show up wearing the same jerseys no matter what and just let it ride in game 2? That's what I would do.
Be
So keep 'em on.
interesting because
Hard hit ball on the ground to second base. Fielded cleanly, trying to do turn. Fredericks over to Brubaker, who hits it to Grubb for the double play. 4-6-3 for the Polytech defense.
pretty impressive right there. Double plays are not easy to turn, especially when they're hit that. That seemed like that was slow. Quick turn, and great job by the Panthers defense right there. The other day, Nick, I was St. Mark's Apple. They were both wearing black jerseys. I guess they forgot to communicate with each other.
So at least it's a little better in baseball than it would be if you wore the same jerseys in basketball or football.
Yeah.
So that'll bring up the shortstop, Ryan Scott. Scott, just a sophomore. First pitch is in there for a strike. And our .333 on base percentage as his 2-year starter. Second team all conference is just a freshman last year. This one's hit hard. In the air, shallow center, and coming up and making the play is Garcia. So that'll do it for the top of the second inning. Leadoff man was able to get aboard, but the 4-6-3 double play stops things as we're heading to the bottom of the second inning here on Delaware Live Sports.
The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home. The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home. The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard.
Bottom of the second inning here at Frawley Stadium, the home of the Wilmington Blue Rocks. We've got a battle between two teams from down south making the trip on a Tuesday evening. The Woodbridge Blue Raiders, the Polytech Panthers. 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Connor Watkins back out on the hill. It'll be Blake Knight, the DH to lefty, steps in for Polytech. First pitch tonight is outside for ball 1. Beautiful evening here in Wilmington at Frawley Stadium.
It is. It's a gorgeous night. We need about 50 more of these the next 2 months, Nick, and we'll be okay.
Take it. And 2-0 as that one misses low. 2-0 to Blake Knight. Batting .181 with an RBI this year for the Panthers.
Come the end of May when we have all those semifinals.
Good pitch from Watkins on the corner. 2-1. We'll be here before you know it.
Championship for baseball's June 1st this year.
Breaking ball from Watkins just misses. And now 3-1 hitters count to the DH Blake Knight to start things off in the bottom of the second. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Just misses outside. And a 5-pitch walk for Blake Knight.
So, Nick, every inning so far, the leadoff hitters have been on for both teams.
So here's the shortstop, Michael Brubaker, batting .250 with a run scored on the season. Today in the 7-hole for the Panthers, and as Jason mentioned, another leadoff man aboard, this time for Polytech, as Watkins fires over to Woodall. Polytech was able to plate one in the first, that RBI off the bat of Asher Grubb. Time called as Brubaker steps out. A good crowd considering the distance of travel for both of these teams. The breaking pitch got him swinging out in front for strike one. So hopefully everyone that wasn't able to make the long trip up on a kind of early start here on a Tuesday, thanks for tuning in here to Delaware Live Sports.
Yeah, as I was coming up the ramp tonight, someone goes, "Come on, hurry up the ramp. We need to get in there and get seats." And I'm like, "Oh, don't worry, there'll be plenty of seats here. It's a nice stadium. Seats about what 5,000 you'd say, and it's really nice." And you got I-95 in the backdrop.
Not too. I mean, I got here a little bit later, but not too much traffic, at least after rush hour.
Yeah, I was shocked how fast I made it here. I told Nick I thought I'd be closer to 6:15 and pulled in a little before 6. So
0-2 to Brubaker. This one hit right back to Watkins off his glove. Going to have to make the play to try to get one, and he does.
it's a good job of staying with it.
So Knight advances, and now one out as the runner back into scoring position for Polytech here in the second inning. It worked out in the first. When Harvey was able to steal second, he came around on the single. And now here's the second baseman, Josh Fredericks. So one away for Fredericks and Polytech here in the bottom of the second inning. Pitch from Watkins is in there for strike one.
That's the key for both these pitchers, Nick, is throw those first pitch strikes. Seems like the strike zone's a little, smaller here tonight.
The 0-1 is late swung on, but hit high in the air. Short, trying to track it down. He does, just on the edge of the infield for out number 2.
Those aren't always easy, Nick, man. They get up there in the sky here. It brought rain. Oh, my God. It was up there for a while.
Got cloudy a little quick here. I will say
Number
that.
7, Ethan Garcia.
Was technically supposed to rain today, did not. Was supposed to rain tomorrow with Thursday. I think it's also moved out of the way as well as we have something on the field. So that'll bring up the center fielder, Ethan Garcia, with 2 away here in the bottom of the second inning. Knight still at second base. First pitch swing on from Garcia's foul back. Ethan Garcia, the freshman for Polytech. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Watkins. Breaking ball misses outside. So top of the order awaiting on deck in Will Harvey, who has played at scored the only run today through an inning and a half. The pitch outside. 2-1 to Ethan Garcia. Watkins been trying to hit that outside corner, has just missed on those last few pitches, 3-1.
Yeah, like you said, he's trying to pick that outside corner. He's just missing.
Gonna try for it again. That one, they were on a slight angle, but maybe looked like it hit the corner, but not to our umpire, who has a better view of it than us. That'll be ball 4. And that'll put Garcia on. So 2 aboard now with 2 away here in the bottom of the second for Polytech, and it'll be Will Harvey in the top of the order coming up for the Panthers. Harvey walked and then stole second his last time up. So first pitch to Harvey, who's batting .571, will swing and drive it high in the air to right field. Latham coming on near the foul territory and able to haul it in down the line. So no damage done as the Panthers 3-2 here in the bottom of the second as they take a 1-0 lead to the third inning here on Delaware Live Sports. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Come check us out. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves coastal Italian cuisine with fresh pasta made in-house daily. Lupo features plenty of unique craft cocktails and an extensive award-winning all-Italian wine list. Popular dishes include lobster bucatini, veal meatballs, grilled swordfish, and eggplant parmesan. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and dinner 7 days a week. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Come check us out. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves coastal Italian cuisine with fresh pasta made in-house daily. Lupo features plenty of unique craft cocktails and an extensive award-winning all-Italian wine list. Popular dishes include lobster bucatini, veal meatballs, grilled swordfish, and eggplant parmesan. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and dinner 7 days a week. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Come check us out. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves coastal Italian cuisine with fresh pasta made in-house daily. Lupo features plenty of unique craft cocktails and an extensive award-winning all-Italian wine list. Popular dishes include lobster bucatini, veal meatballs, grilled swordfish, and eggplant parmesan. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and dinner 7 days a week. See you soon.
And welcome back inside Delaware Live Sports. To the third we go here from Frawley Stadium between Polytech and Woodbridge. And first pitch here to Dylan Passwaters is a slow roller to shortstop. Brubaker comes up throwing and got him for out number one.
When that first was hit, Nick, I thought that was going to be a tough play. I mean, that was slowly hit, but a good job. It charged the ball and making a good throw to first base. Yeah, so your team, St. Mark's, is playing the old-fashioned doubleheader on Saturday. They're going to make a trip up to Claymont and then head back home. But they were off all week, so I was shocked that they didn't try and get one of the games in this week. But Archburn and Hobson are playing so many times this week. Makes it tough.
That's for sure. Here's the second baseman, Parker Short, with one away here in the third. Short, second baseman, a senior, .455 on base percentage as he sends this one in the air to center field. Garcia is under it, and he'll haul it in for out number two.
I like how he called that one right away. And that's what you want to do as an outfielder. Let your infielders know, I got it.
22, Austin Griffith.
So here's Austin Griffith in the top of the order. He singled his first time up on the first pitch of the game from Tyler Brown. This time the pitch from Brown is inside for ball one. As I mentioned, Griffith batting .375, 2 RBIs, 3 runs scored, one of the best players up and down this lineup. That one's in there for a strike. The pitch, just missing, 2-1. That one missing, now 3-1 to Austin Griffith, the leadoff hitter for the Woodbridge Blue Raiders. 2 away here in the top of the third inning as Brown looking for a 1-2-3. This one's ripped into left, and that's going to get down for another hit for Griffith, who's got himself a multi-hit game.
Yeah, you know, first time up, it was on the first pitch. This time he was ahead of the count, 3-1. Got a great pitch to hit. Becomes a 2-out base runner.
That'll bring up the center fielder, Sam Schroeder, with a man on, 2 outs. As Jason alluded to, Schroeder, captain of the team, the center fielder, a senior, batting .500. He's got 3 doubles already this year. First pitch to him misses outside. Grounded out to second base his first time up.
And that was that great double play turn by Polytech.
1-1 the count here to Sam Schroeder. Logan Moran awaiting on deck, the catcher. The pitch from Brown. Got the thumbs up from his catcher Harvey, but just misses up top, 2-1.
I think that's where Harvey wanted that pitch upstairs a little bit so they could get him to chase.
Brown back to first, in and out of the glove of Grubb as Griffith dives back in safely. So Griffith with 2 singles. And 2-1 the count to Sam Schroeder. Brown has the sign. Here's the call. Griffith takes off. The pitch is inside. No throw from Harvey. And it's going to be a stolen base for Griffith.
So that's how Polytech scored in the bottom half of the first, right? A 2-out stolen base and able to get a run out of it.
So 3-1 to Schroeder. And Brown misses outside, so we're going to put him on. Though first base was open after the steal. And now 2 men on for the Blue Raiders with 2 away here in the top of the third. And that's going to bring up the catcher, Logan Moran. He flew out to right field his last time up.
Catcher number 10, Logan Moran.
Moran batting in the 3 spot today. A junior who bats .300, got 4 RBIs, a 3-year starter, an honorable mention all-conference as a sophomore last year, and also a captain of Woodbridge so far or at least this season. As that pitch is in there from Brown for strike 1. So it was a 2-up, 2-down to start the inning for Polytech and Tyler Brown. And then a single from Griffith and a walk for Schroeder. And back-to-back good pitches from Brown has him ahead here of Logan Moran, 0-2.
Yeah, it's a great job. You want to get ahead of this guy.
The 0-2 pitch. A good throwaway pitch that time from Brown, trying to get him to chase one and down in the dirt. And a good eye from Moran, 1-2. Mike Lang joining us here in the press box. Taking over on the camera here as that all-speed pitch is hit hard on the ground to Fredericks. Can't handle it. The lob to second can't be brought in by Brubaker. Griffith off the miss is going to come around and score. And we are tied at 1 on the hard hit ball off the bat of Moran. And most likely, though, going to be an E4 or an E6. Not sure how they'll score it. As it looked like Fredericks was able to recover as he tried to soft toss it over to Brubaker, who couldn't haul it in at second base either. And now a stoppage as we had a little bit of an injury, it looked like. Now we'll have manager Eilers step out on to the diamond, have a word with his infield. But we'll digest to what happened there. So a 2-out rally as they're able to score 1 are the Blue Raiders, Jason. It started with the single from Griffith, the walk to Schroeder, first and second, and then a hard hit ball here off the bat of Moran, and just an error in the field leads to a run.
Yeah, you know, it was quick, you know. First 2 outs were like that, and then the single walk, and then the error right there, and heads up base running gets the run home.
So Moran aboard to the air, and we might have a pinch runner coming on for Woodbridge. Of course, game number 1. Forgot the binoculars today, of course. But it's going to be number 11, I believe Hayden Messinger, who's coming in to pinch run at first for Logan Moran, the catcher. He'll suit up, and that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, the first baseman, Evan Woodall. He struck out his first time up, and now a chance with 2 runners on, one of them in scoring position, to put Woodbridge ahead. Just a freshman. He's batting .400 already on the season. First pitch is absolutely drilled in the air, but way foul down the left field side. So Brown looking to get out with just giving up the 1 run. But Woodall, the talented cleanup hitter, standing in his way. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Woodall. Misses outside.
It's a great block there. Your one thing here, Nick, playing here, you can see there's lots of room behind the plate. Sometimes a pass ball could be 2 bases.
Good stop by Harvey. And 1-1 the count to Woodall. 2 men on for Woodbridge. Woodall out the end of the bat. And foul, 1-2.
Looks like there's somebody warming up in the Polytech pen down there.
The 1-2 pitch. Got him looking for strike 3. Down on strikes for the second time tonight is Evan Woodall, and Brown able to get out of a little bit of a jam as the Blue Raiders strand 2. They do plate 1 to tie things up. We're all knotted at 1 here, heading to the bottom of the 3rd between Polytech and Woodbridge right here on Delaware Live Sports. Panic at the Disco taking us to the bottom of the 3rd inning here at Frawley Stadium. Nick Alistadrini, Jason Winchell, Mike Lang here in the press box in Wilmington, the home of the Blue Rocks, in a high school battle between the Polytech Panthers and the Woodbridge Blue Raiders, all tied at 1 as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. As Ryan Zimmerman set to lead things off for Polytech.
Leading off the bottom of the 3rd, number 34, Ryan Zimmerman.
Watkins back out onto the hill for Woodbridge. First pitch to Zimmerman is in there for a strike. Zimmerman in left field today flew out to center his last time up back in inning number 1. Another good pitch from Watkins, and back-to-back strikes has Zimmerman in a hole 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch is fouled off. Zimmerman will stay alive.
First chance to sing Staying Alive.
That's right. Took us all the way to the bottom of the 3rd. 0-2 the count. Right back up the middle. It's going to get by Watkins and into center field, and Zimmerman has himself a hit to start things in the bottom of the 3rd for Polytech.
3rd straight inning, Polytech has had the leadoff runner on.
That'll bring up the 3rd baseman, Isaac Balsarac. He struck out his first time up. Balsarac batting .571 with 6 RBIs to lead the team. And they're going to throw to first. They got him in a rundown. The throw to second, and he got him. Looked like he might have been under the tag, but Woodbridge able to get him. It was a heck of a play behind the plate, that time by Moran, who fired down to Woodall. Great recognition. They got him in a rundown, then Woodall making the throw over to Scott, who applied the tag, and that's textbook there from Woodbridge. And again, a heads-up play from Moran behind the plate.
Okay. That's a pretty good game. I mean, I'm impressed.
And that's nobody on the broadcast. That would be the crowd mics. So this game bringing impressing everyone so far here today. All right, gonna have to turn that one down just a tad, so you'll hear no crowd noise at least right now. 2-1, the count to Balsarac after Zimmerman was caught on his way to second. Swing and a miss. That'll leave it up at 2-2.
Well, like there, he tries to lay out that bunt, a bunt. And, the catcher, like you said, textbook, threw it to first base to try and get the runner, and great job by the first baseman wheeling up to second, got the out.
So 2-2 to Balsarac. Nobody on, one away in the bottom of the third. The pitch from Watkins hit on the ground at third base, and that's going to be a foul ball. A little bit of a breeze picking up now here.
Yep.
And the 2-2. Got him swinging for out number 2. Another strikeout for Watkins as he sends Balsarac down on strikes. So second strikeout for Watkins. As that'll bring up Asher Grubb, the big RBI single back in the first to give Polytech a 1-0 lead out in front of the off-speed pitch for strike one.
He throws this good off-speed pitch, and when he's having trouble finding the strike zone early, but with that off-speed pitch, he's done a good job.
Just missing outside there is Watkins. So 1-1 to Grubb. Grubb batting .500 on the season, along with 2 RBIs. This one hit hard back up the middle into center, and diving and making the play is Schroeder. Looked like that one might have had a chance to get down, but that's a great reaction off the bat.
That's top play material, Nick.
Diving and making the play to end things in the third. We're heading to the fourth here on Delaware Live Sports. What a play.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Today we're at Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Come check us out. Located in the Rehoboth Gateway next to Blue Coast Rehoboth, Thompson Island will follow the Sodell tradition of serving beautiful, simple food that will pair perfectly with our fresh homemade beer. Thompson Island is a perfect place to have dinner with your family, enjoy happy hour with friends at the bar, or spend a day in the beer garden playing bocce ball and ping pong. Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, open 7 days a week. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Today we're at Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Come check us out. Located in the Rehoboth Gateway next to Blue Coast Rehoboth, Thompson Island will follow the Sodell tradition of serving beautiful, simple food that will pair perfectly with our fresh homemade beer. Thompson Island is a perfect place to have dinner with your family, enjoy happy hour with friends at the bar, or spend a day in the beer garden playing bocce ball and ping pong. Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, open 7 days a week. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell.
Back live here at the press box at Frawley Stadium. Nick Allison journey alongside Jason Winchell, Mike Lang, Nick Halliday. Kicking off the spring baseball season with Polytech and Woodbridge, 2 teams making the trip up north here to play at the home of the Wilmington Blue Rocks. Been a fun one through 3 innings. 1-1, we're all knotted up as both pitchers still going strong. Tyler Brown back out on the hill for Polytech to start things here in the top of the 4th inning.
This is one of my favorite places to watch baseball. It's just great. Sight lines are great. Stadium's great. And I'm like I said,
Staff?
Yep. The staff is great. And you know what I like here is they let these high school teams play. And it's a good chance for these kids to play on a nice stadium.
5, 6, 7 here for Woodbridge. It starts with the third baseman, Will Haig. He walked his first time up in the 2nd inning. First pitch to him is in there for strike 1.
Of course, they host the semifinals and the finals of the baseball season.
Back-to-back strikes from Tyler Brown. 0-2, Haig in a hole. The senior, again, batting .571 with 2 RBIs, a 3-year starter for Coach Messick. That one comes inside, 1-2 to Haig.
Then why are you, puppy?
The 1-2. Low outside. And I'll quickly even it up, 2-2 to William Haig. Nobody on as the lights come on here in the press box at Frawley. A run for Polytech in the first, a run for Woodbridge in the third. Breaking ball comes over the head of Haig, and from 0-2 now to 3-2, a full count.
We had a bunch of full counts in the first inning and a third, or first inning and a half, but last inning and a half we avoided them.
The 3-2 check swing didn't go around for Haig, and he battles back after being in that 0-2 hole to draw the walk, and the leadoff man aboard for Woodbridge in the fourth.
Woodbridge now has the leadoff runner in 3 of the 4 innings, and the inning they scored, they didn't have the leadoff runner. It's a funny game of baseball.
It is. Here's the pitcher, Connor Watkins. Grounded that double play his first time up. Watkins, the junior on the mound tonight, .333 on base percentage, a 2-year starter for the Blue Raiders. So a man on for Watkins, and here's the pitch from Brown, comes inside as he squared around to bunt.
Oh, they said he went.
Well, so they're going to call that one a strike. So 0-1 the count to Connor Watkins. Here's the 0-1 from Brown. Taking off is Haig. That throw gets into center field. It's going to be a stolen base for Will Haig. So moving right into scoring position now here for Watkins with nobody away in the top of the fourth inning.
It's good to leave the bunt on and try and get him to third with less than 2 outs.
Brown going to tie up the shoes here. 1-1 the count to the pitcher Watkins. And again, just the rest of the week schedule for us, Jason. I think we'll have action.
We'll be here Thursday, weather permitting, against for Archmere Sally's, and then Saturday a doubleheader.
As this one's fouled back by Watkins.
You guys will be at DMA, William Penn.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
At William Penn at 1 o'clock, and we'll be here for the nightcap. I believe it was St. Elizabeth's and Friends. So.
This one fouled off once again. This off the bat of Watkins. Count will remain 1-2. And the pitch. Trying to get him to chase that one up high and inside. Good eye. And 2-2 now, the count to Watkins. As the Blue Raiders doing a good job of making Tyler Brown work here on the mound in the fourth inning. Hits the 2-2 pitch high in the air, foul territory. Grubb has a track on it near the wall, and I think he hauled it in. No, out of the glove.
He's saying it's out.
Oh, so he is out.
Yeah.
Again, just a little bit out of our vantage point, but it looked as if maybe he caught it, then dropped it. He reached down and picked up something off the ground.
Maybe they said it was on the exchange. He dropped it.
Yeah, maybe. Again, we didn't have a good view of it from here, but an out in foul territory and a big out for Brown and Polytech. And now Coach Mess is going to come up and have the discussion. So he's arguing the same thing, at least we thought we saw here. That's a tough call.
Yeah, you know, when you only have 2 umpires, you got a ball down the first baseline. The base umpire's out there by second base, and you know the home plate umpire. And I thought he was right on top of it, and he clearly said that it was on the exchange on the way out that the ball dropped.
So.
Oh, he wasn't hesitating.
First pitch, this one's lifted on. I want to get out of play, though, as Ryan Scott steps in. The shortstop flew out to center his last time up. So Haig still in scoring position at second base with 1 away here in the top of the fourth inning For the shortstop, Ryan Scott. Scott, just a sophomore, and again started as a freshman, was second team all-conference last year as a 9th grader.
That's pretty impressive.
So Brown will step off as we have a timeout, I believe, from Scott in the box. And we're ready for action. Brown fires. That's going to get through the glove of Fredericks at second base, but no damage done. Haig not going to go anywhere. Fielded by Garcia out in center field.
That's all a timing play.
The pitch from Tyler Brown misses low and away. 1-1 the count here to the shortstop, Ryan Scott. Like we said, a beautiful day and a beautiful evening for baseball tonight, especially after all the rain as Brown's pitch misses outside.
Yeah, and you know, this weather forecast with this rain, this has been one of the wettest Marches in the history.
It's been crazy.
Now we're 6-7 days in April, and we're heading that way. This
missing inside. So 3-1, a hitter's count here to Ryan Scott.
weather gods owe us in May.
And Brown misses that time. So after going ahead 0-1, 4 straight balls and a walk for Ryan Scott, has 2 men on with an out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the concession stand will be closing at the end of this inning. The end of the 4th inning.
Oh, you hear that? Everyone, concession stands closing at the end of the inning. Mike might have to make a run back over. I will say again, we always lobby for the opening of Chicky and Pete's here during the high school action.
I'm a big fan. Let's get that open.
Dylan Passwater grounded out his first time up. And the designated hitter will step in with 2 men on and 1 out. And he'll take the first pitch for a strike. The 0-1 is fouled back. Quickly 0-2 to Dylan Passwaters. That one up high, trying to get him to chase it. Good eye, 1-2.
I like that. I like that. Throwing a 1-2 pitch like that. Throw it out of the strike zone.
That one missing again, just a tad high. 2-2 to Passwaters. The 2-2 pitch from Tyler Brown comes inside, and another full count, 3-2.
Be interesting here to see if they send the runners in motion here on full count. It's just the 1 out.
Crowd getting into it here with 2 runners on and a 3-2 pitch upcoming. The 3-2 pitch is fouled back. We'll do it again. Another 3-2. Got him swinging, and a big strikeout for Tyler Brown for the 2nd of the inning.
That's a huge strikeout. Keeps the base runners there now with 2 outs.
And now a mound visit coming for Coach Eilers and the Panthers. As Tyler Brown threw as of now 3 2/3 with giving up just 2 hits and 1 earned. As we'll take a quick pause in the action. I'll be back right here on Delaware Live Sports. back to the action here at Frawley Stadium. 2 men on, 2 outs. Here for Parker Short, the second baseman. Flew out to center field his last time up. And the first pitch to him misses from Brown. So 1-0 to Parker Short. This one fouled straight back, 1-1 now the count. Believe top of the order awaiting on deck, and that means Austin Griffith. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. So the 1-1. Breaking balls hit right back up the middle. That's going to get through. Haig is going to round third, but Garcia able to get it in quickly, and that's going to strand the runners. So a good job defensively from Polytech, as now the base is loaded with 2 outs, and not the guy you want to see if you're the Panthers. Austin Griffith, the leadoff man, steps in. He's 2 for 2 with a chance to put the Blue Raiders ahead here in the 4th.
Yeah, that's why that's a great job by the third base coach. Knowing your runners, knowing that ball wasn't hit very deep. You know you have one of your best hitters coming up.
So they're loaded up in a tie game with 2 outs for Austin Griffith. First pitch to him. Breaking ball. Outside. 1-0. Pitch comes back inside, does Tyler Brown. 2-0 now to Griffith, and nowhere to put him.
Now Griffith, he can look for a pitch in one zone, and if it's not there, he'll take.
Up and away, and now 3-0 to Austin Griffith, and Tyler Brown is going to have a quick chat as Will Harvey just going to talk to him for a little bit, trying to settle him down as he's 1 ball away from putting one across for the Blue Raiders.
I think he's taking at least one here, Nick.
I would imagine even a hitter like Griffith for sure. So 3-0 to Austin Griffith with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning, a 1-1 ball game. And bases loaded up for Woodbridge. The pitch is way inside, might even got a piece of him, and that's going to bring a run across.
See if they make a pitching change here.
Hey, Dave, you better control your mother. You better control her.
And a mound visit here. We'll take a pause in the action. We'll be right back with some switches here on Delaware Live Sports. Woodbridge with a 2-1 lead over Polytech. And welcome back. Pitching change. It'll be Elijah Benton, the lefty, to the hill. Tyler Brown, I believe, has moved his way out to right field. And he'll come in to face Sam Schroeder, the two-hitter, who is 0 for 1 today with a walk. As Tyler Brown, unfortunately for Polytech, walked across the go-ahead run as of right now. A 2-1 lead for Woodbridge. Here with 2 outs, the base is still loaded for Schroeder.
It's a tough spot to come in, too. You know, bases are loaded, nowhere to put the guy. You got to throw him strikes.
And 2-0 to start here to Schroeder. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Benton. It's in there for a strike.
Well, I'll tell you what, Larry Anderson would be happy that he took that pitch. Because Larry Anderson, when you throw a lot of pitches out in the strike zone, he doesn't want you to swing until you get a strike.
Here's the 2-1 now, up high, so 3-1, and now the Panthers in danger of walking across another run here in the 4th inning. And the 3-1, big pitch from Elijah Benton, and just gets away from him. Another run will come around and score on the walk.
You know, Nick, they've got 2 runs in this inning and only 1 hit. They've been patient at the plate.
4 walks this inning for the Panthers. 3 off from Tyler Brown and 1 here for Elijah Benton. Ryan Scott comes around and scores. So that'll bring up Logan Moran. He had a hard hit shot that started the scoring off in that 3rd inning. That error on the double play. And 0-1 the count to Moran. Outside 1-1. So 2 runs already this inning, back-to-back innings now with scoring for the Blue Raiders. They lead 3-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Elijah Benton. Swung and missed from Moran, 1-2.
That's the key. You want to pitch from ahead. This inning, Polytech's been pitching from behind a lot.
Along top of half of the 4th inning. The 1-2. It's going to hit on the ground. A chopper foul down the first base side. The 1-2. Got him swinging, and that'll do it. A big strikeout for Elijah Benton. And that'll end things here in the 4th. But Woodbridge able to plate 2. They take a 3-1 lead as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning here at Frawley Stadium between Polytech and Woodbridge.
Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution. We are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union. Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution. We are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union. Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution. We are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union. Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local.
To the bottom of the fourth inning in a 3-1 ball game with the Woodbridge Blue Raiders out in front of the Polytech Panthers here live from Frawley Stadium. Nick Alessandrini, Jason Winchell, and Mike Lang. As it'll be Elijah Benton, the new pitcher, who steps in to lead things off for the Panthers. Benton today 0 for 1 as he grounded out his first time up. Watkins back out on the mound after a little bit of a long wait there in the dugout, a long top half of the fourth inning, but no complaints from him as his team was able to put them ahead. Comes back inside, 2-1 the count here to Elijah Benton.
Yeah, when they scored that run in the third, he had the shutdown inning. He would like another shutdown inning here, but like you said, it'd be interesting because he sat down for a little bit.
Missing just high, I believe. 3-1 now the count to Benton with the DH Blake Knight on deck. He walked his first time up. Swings, got a piece, fouls it back into the press box. 3-2, a full count to Elijah Benton to start things in the bottom of the fourth for Polytech. Three-two pitch misses, and another leadoff man aboard. Been a theme for both teams for the most part tonight as Benton trots to first on the walk. And that'll bring up, as we mentioned, the DH Blake Knight.
Got a courtesy runner number 12 heading into.
That'll be the junior Braden Hurd. Set to pinch run for the Panthers is Benton, the pitcher now. I don't want to maybe use too much of his energy here.
Yeah, yep. And pitchers and catchers get courtesy runners in high school baseball, but they have to be it has to be the same person throughout the whole game.
Another lefty. Here's Blake Knight for Polytech. First pitch misses from Watkins outside. So both pitchers struggling a little bit with the walks as both of them had 4. As really both starters with 4 walks today. Good pitch from Watkins for a strike that time. 1-1 to Blake Knight. That one misses outside for Watkins. 2-1. So more work, it looks like, you're heading out to the pen here for the Panthers. Nothing seen from Woodbridge, at least yet. As this one is drilled in the air to center field. Going back is Schroeder. Going back, and he's going to have to keep going back as that's going to roll to the wall. Knight is on the heels of his teammate Elijah Benton, or the Hurd, excuse me, after the pinch runner. And that's going to be an RBI triple off the bat of Blake Knight. That ball that just kept carrying into center field.
Yeah, you know, the runner had to wait, make sure that ball wasn't caught. So and he was getting pushed out there.
He was right on his heels. So 3-2, and now the tying run at third base with nobody out. Here in the bottom of the fourth as Polytech is close to answering the 2 on the board from Woodbridge in the top half of the inning. As that Watkins pitch misses inside to the shortstop Michael Brubaker. Brubaker grounded out his first time up. And 1-0 the count to him here to start in his second at bat. It's a chopper to second base, diving play. And they'll get the out, the run will score. It was Parker Short who made it. But it's going to be an RBI, and we're all tied up again on the RBI for Brubaker.
Yeah, you know, that's a great piece of hitting there. Even with the infield in, he was able to hit it where the fielder had to dive for it, and that was key.
So just like that, Jason, we're all tied at 3 once again here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Bases cleared, 1 away for second baseman Josh Fredericks Fredericks flew out his first time up. So Watkins still on the mound, ready to go. Coach Eiler's going to have a word with Fredericks before he steps into the batter's box. Here we are, bottom of the 4th inning here at Frawley Stadium on Delaware Live Sports in a 3-3 ball game between the Polytech Panthers and the Woodbridge Blue Raiders. So Frederick steps in with one away. And they're going to say he didn't go around 1-0.
I always think those check swings are the hardest to call.
Yeah. And the 1-0 to Fredericks. That one's in there on the corner, 1-1. That pitch missing for Watkins. 2-1 now, the count. Multiple pitchers working in the bullpen for Polytech as Fredericks fouls this one off to the glass of the press box. So 2-2, the count to Josh Fredericks, one away here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Goes down and gets this one, drives it into center field. Schroeder this time will settle under it and make the catch for out number 2. That's going to bring up the center fielder, Ethan Garcia. He walked his first time up. One of the 4 walks issued by Watkins so far. First pitch is swung and hit high in the air to left field. Austin Griffith going to track it down and make the catch for out number 3. But the Panthers do the damage needed. They get 2 more to answer the 2 put up by the Blue Raiders in the top half of the inning, and that'll take us back to 3-3 ball game. We're all tied up as we head to the 4th.
First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com. First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com.
4 innings here at Frawley Stadium between the Polytech Panthers and the Woodbridge Blue Raiders, and we're all tied up once again, 3-3 as we start things in the 5th inning. It'll be the cleanup man, first baseman Evan Woodall, to start things for Woodbridge. Here to the top of the 5th, Elijah Benton, who took over for Tyler Brown last inning, will remain on the hill for Polytech, and the first pitch to Woodall is low for ball 1.
His walks are key, Nick. You see him with 3 runs on only 3 hits, but the walks piling up.
The 1-0. 2-0, you've been absolutely right, Jay. They have been huge for both teams. 5 walks issued for Woodbridge, 4 for Polytech. The 2-0 pitch to Woodall as Benton puts it right in there for the first strike of the at-bat. This one fouled back by Woodall. That'll leave us up now at 2-2.
The Blue Rockies.
Woodall, the very talented freshman for the Blue Raiders. The 2-2 pitch. Got him swinging, a big strikeout for Elijah Benton to start things for Polytech in the 5th inning. So that'll bring up the third baseman, Will Haig. Got that rally started in the last inning. He walked, was able to steal a base. He came around and scored. So he's 0 for 0 with 2 walks today. And the first pitch to him misses outside for a ball 1. I'll take one. The 1-0 pitch. Misses outside, 2-1 the count. Now to Will Haig with 1 away here in the top of the 5th inning. The 2-0. Benton responds once again with a strike. So starts off both at bats trailing 2-0 in the count, able to respond. And now 2-1 to Will Haig. That one gets inside into the backstop, and now a hitter's count. Haig, the third baseman, is senior, 571, tied for the team high in average, has been starting for 3 years, as we mentioned. So an experienced player here batting in this 5 spot for Woodbridge. The 3-1 pitch. Benton answers the call again in a tough spot, and we've got a full count with 1 away here in the 5th.
Yeah, no, for him, his team, he was able to they were able to get 2 runs last inning to tie back up. It's now his chance to have that shutdown in.
The 3-2. And it looked like he tried to get the breaking ball, just slipped out of his hand. And a 1-out walk. Something about Will Haig, his 3rd walk in his 3rd at bat tonight.
That's a great on-base percentage.
That'll bring up Connor Watkins. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out. The pitcher today for the Blue Raiders. So we'll see if he comes back out here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. But a runner on, 1 out for Watkins here. The first pitch from Benton is right down the pipe for strike 1. Nick Galladay roaming around down there, snapping some photos. And you can have those, of course. You'll see them uploaded on social media here in a couple days. The 0-1 pitch to Watkins. A good bunt laid down by Watkins. Harvey comes out and makes a nice play on it. The throw to first for out number 2. The runner, though, advances.
That was a great play there. You know, took his time, got the runner. Now with 2 outs.
It's going to bring up the shortstop, Ryan Scott. He's 0 for 1 with a fly out and a walk. He came around and scored in that 4th inning. So a chance to break the tie with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. The first pitch to him. Off the hands of Elijah Benton, misses outside. So 1-0 to Ryan Scott. Just a young sophomore is Scott, in his 2nd year starting for Coach Messick in the Blue Raiders. The 1-0. Missing. 2-0.
Good hitter's count here.
Woodbridge has some clutch at bats here when they've needed them. Both teams have. And now 2-0, Scott ahead of Benton. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Missing again. And a little visual sign of frustration for Benton on the mound. 3-0.
Yeah, you know.
Tough strike zone, as you alluded to earlier, Jay.
Yeah, it's a really tight strike zone. And he's consistent.
Benton that time down the middle on the 3-0 pitch as Scott was taking all the way, but he'll take strike one.
And that's all you want is consistency.
The 3-1 pitch. Benton comes back on the inside corner. Scott didn't like it. And now a 3-2 full count. So Haig at second, 2 outs in a 3-3 ball game for the shortstop Ryan Scott. And here's the payoff pitch. And got him on the outside corner, and Benton showing some emotion as they get out of this one as Woodbridge strands one on, and that was Haig at second. We're heading to the bottom of the 5th inning, all tied at 3 here at Frawley Stadium between the Polytech Panthers and the Woodbridge Blue Raiders.
Our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home. The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home. The things that matter most.
It looks like Connor Watkins returning to the hill for Woodbridge here in the bottom of the 5th inning in a 3-3 ball game. Welcome back inside Delaware Live Sports, live from Frawley Stadium, the home of the Wilmington Blue Rocks. Some great high school action this evening between Polytech and Woodbridge. All tied up here as we head to the bottom of the 5th. It'll be Will Harvey in the top of the order as Harvey once again swings at the first pitch, sends it high in the air. And shallow right field. Great communication by Latham to call off short and make the play for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, for his first, the second baseman calls off the first baseman. He gets out of the way, and then the right fielder ends up calling off the second baseman. And that's how anytime an outfielder can make that play, you let him make it. He's coming in.
So that'll bring up the left fielder, Ryan Zimmerman. Zimmerman 0 for 2 today. He flew out and grounded into a fielder's choice back in the 3rd inning. Fouls that one off. So pitch to Zimmerman. Hits the corner for strike one. The 0-1 pitch misses outside. 1-1 here to Zimmerman with one away in the bottom of the 5th inning. The 1-1 from Watkins is hit sky high in the air, not going to leave the infield. Will Haig trying to track it down and can't locate it. And that's going to allow Zimmerman aboard with 1 out in the bottom of inning number 5. And you talked about it earlier, Jason. Some of those are not easy plays. That one was hit sky high again here at nighttime with the lights in the dark, and a tough play for Haig to make, unable to come up with it.
That's a Mike Lang lob wedge shot. I mean, that thing was up high in the air, and then they're not easy. And, you know, it's just, you're used to playing day games. Now you're playing under the lights. It's not easy.
That'll bring up the third baseman, Isaac Balsarac. Balsarac 0 for 2 with 2 Ks tonight against Watkins. But 1 away and a runner on as Watkins checks him. And here's the 1-0 pitch to Balsarac. Oh, just missing. 2-0. Tough again. Tight strike zone for these pitchers here in this one tonight. Two 2-0 to Balsarac. Good pitch is hit high in the air once again. Short tracking it out. Latham once again will call him off, and he can't hold on to it. That hits the ground, and now runner will advance, and that was a good job at first by Zimmerman to go halfway. As soon as that ball hit the ground, he was able to safely make it to second, and that's back-to-back errors on pop-ups for Watkins and his defense for the Blue Raiders. And he's going to try to walk this one off, and that can be tough for a pitcher. And 2 back-to-back errors now as 2 runners on with 1 out.
You know, he could be out of this inning, but you know, like you said.
So Mound Visit, we'll take a pause on the audio, keep the camera going. We'll be right back here on Delaware Live Sports. Quick mound visit for Coach and Connor Watkins. A tough play defensively. A few errors on back-to-back at bats for Polytech in the field for Woodbridge. And now 2 runners on with 1 out. Jason was right. Could have been out of the inning. And now the go-ahead run in scoring position for the first baseman, Asher Grubb. Grubb 1 for 2 with an RBI today. And Watkins fires that first pitch in there for a strike. This one, a chopper to third. Haig has it. He'll step on the bag for the force at third. And looks like they're content with the 1 out, so 2 away here now in the bottom of the 5th inning. So that'll bring up the right fielder, now pitching, Elijah Benton. Benton 0 for 1 today with a walk. So again, that go-ahead run is at second base. Looks like we're going to have another pinch runner. Heading out to second will be the junior Simon Balsarac. So Simon Balsarac will take over for Zimmerman at second base. Get a little bit more speed on the base path here for the Panthers with 2 outs. And him being that go-ahead run at second base in scoring position. First pitch to Benton. Hits off the inside part of the bat and fouled back 0-1.
After Woodbridge, you want to try and get your pitcher out of this jam that you helped create.
0-1 the count to Benton. And you're absolutely right. Here's the pitch from Watkins. Chases that one. And 0-2, and now Watkins just a strike away from getting out of this with his defense giving up a couple errors here in the inning. 0-2 to Elijah Benton. Here's the pitch. Benton fouls it off to stay alive. Count remains 0-2 to Elijah Benton. Runners on first and second, 2 outs in a tie game. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Once again, fouled back. The 0-2. Outside, 1-2 now to Benton. Balsarac at second. And a Balsarac at first. Simon at second and Isaac at first. Here for Polytech. Benton in the box, 1-2 count. And a tie. One-two. Comes inside, just misses him. Has Benton able to get out of the way. And now 2-2 the count to Benton.
Deuces are wild again here, Nick.
Big spot here in this one. Tie game, bottom of the 5th inning. The 2-2. And got him looking. A strikeout, a big one for Watkins, as the Panthers strand two after a few errors in the field from the Blue Raiders, as they're able to respond. We're heading to the 6th, still tied at 3 here at Frawley Stadium on Delaware Live Sports. We'll be right back.
Customers, increase employee retention, and boost your brand awareness. Let the professionals at Cassidy Graphics bring your advertising ideas to life. Give them a call today at 302-326-2412. Again, that number is 302-326-2412. Again, Cassidy Graphics brings your advertising ideas to life. Wraps, signs, banners, and promotional items that can help your business stand out from the rest. Looking for an excellent way to convey a professional image? Customized promotional products are the perfect way to target new customers, increase employee retention, and boost your brand awareness. Let the professionals at Cassidy Graphics bring your advertising ideas to life. Give them a call today at 302-326-2412. Again, that number is 302-326-2412. Again, Cassidy Graphics brings your advertising ideas to life. Wraps, signs, banners, and promotional items that can help your business stand out from the rest. Looking for an excellent way to convey a professional image? Customized promotional products are the perfect way to target new customers, increase employee retention, and boost your brand awareness. Let the professionals at Cassidy Graphics bring your advertising ideas to life. Give them a call today at 302-326-2412. Again, that number is 302-326.
To the 6th we go here at Frawley Stadium between the Woodbridge Blue Raiders and the Polytech Panthers. Back and forth it's been all evening long. We are tied at 3. As the Blue Raiders will get things started in the top half of inning number 6. Elijah Benton in on relief of Tyler Brown a few innings ago. He remains on the hill for the Panthers as the lefty set to fire away to it should be the designated hitter, Dylan Passwater, 0 for 2 today, swings through strike 1. So 0-1 to Passwaters. Thought about that one, the check swing, he was able to hold up. So 1-1 to count to Dylan Passwaters. That one in the ground and to the backstop, 2-1. The 2-1. Up and away, so 3-1 at a hitter's count to start for Passwaters and the Blue Raiders here in the 6th inning. A beautiful Tuesday night here at Frawley Stadium.
Yeah, it is. It's such a great night.
The 3-1 pitch. Hits the corner, a big pitch, that time from Benton. And now a full count to Passwaters. Got him looking for strike 3. Another strikeout for Ben, who settled in nicely after the first couple hitters.
He really
when he came in
has.
a tough spot there for Tyler Brown, and another strikeout for him.
Yeah, you know, he's really done a nice job.
So going to bring up the second baseman batting in the 9-hole, Parker Short. He's 1 for 2 with a single. First pitch from Benton misses, 1-0. That one high, 2-0 now. 2-0 to Parker Short. Three 0. And when the teams have been able to score some runs, it's always been some walks that either gotten the game going or gotten some guys on base that has started the scoring for both of these teams.
It really is, like we said. Not many hits tonight, but the walks have really.
And another one. So 1 out base runner, it's Parker Short. Here for the Blue Raiders, he represents the go-ahead run here in the 6th inning, and that's going to bring up Austin Griffith, the leadoff man, top of the order now for Woodbridge. He's 2 for 2 with a walk. He's got 2 singles and a stolen base.
And he had the RBI with that bases loaded walk in last inning, so.
So first pitch to Griffith is in there for a strike. Rare that he takes a pitch, especially a strike on that first pitch. He's swung at that first pitch, I believe, in each of his first 3 at-bats. The 0-1. Up high, 1-1 to Griffith. And Harvey going to call time. Wants to have a quick word with Benton here. A 1-1 count to Griffith with 1 away here in the top of the 6th with Parker Short. The go-ahead run at first base here to tie 3-3 ball game.
Yeah, I like this. You want to make sure you're all on the same page here with the tie game, top of the 6th. We're getting late in this one. You don't want to make any mistakes.
About set to resume action. Now 1-1 here to Griffith. Outside, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch is outside. So 3-1, a hitter's count. So arguably the best hitter in the lineup for Woodbridge, Austin Griffith. And that one misses outside again for Benton. So another walk here in this one, and that'll put the go-ahead run in scoring position. It's Parker Short at second as Griffith makes the walk to first. So back-to-back walks for Elijah Benton. They did have some guys up in the pen for Polytech, and it looks like that's where they'll head here.
Yeah, it looks like they're bringing in the left fielder.
We'll take a pause in the action. We'll be right back here on Delaware Live Sports. First and second, 1 away in the top of the 6th inning, 3-3 between Polytech and Woodbridge. Back underway, it's Ryan Zimmerman taking the mound, the righty now for Polytech with 2 men on and 1 away. As that'll be Sam Schroeder, the center fielder. He's 0 for 1 with 2 walks. And that go-ahead run, Parker Short at second base. And now the 1-0 pitch from Zimmerman hits the corner, 1-1. And a quick time from Harvey to have a quick word with his new pitcher.
It's like recently there's been a lot of conferences with the catcher.
Yeah.
Wondering if he's on the same page with the pitcher or expected a different pitch there.
The 1-1 the count to Sam Schroeder. Inside from Zimmerman, 2-1. Two and one the count to Sam Schroeder. Up high, 3-1. And another mound visit. So Zimmerman have a word once again with Harvey. He's done a good job of being able to, as Jason mentioned, to stay in communication with his pitchers and, tell them exactly what he's looking for. And now 3-1, and Schroeder a ball away from loading up the bases.
Yeah, you don't want to load up the bases here.
And the 3-1 pitch. And they're going to call that a strike, I believe.
It was, yep. It was called a strike.
So 3-2 the count.
I'm not saying it was a strike, but it was called a strike, yes.
Three and two, full count, and a big spot here for Zimmerman as he faces the center fielder, Schroeder. And misses low and away, and that'll load the bases. The go-ahead run now at third with 1 out.
And not a hit yet this inning, Nick.
3 straight walks for Polytech. So here comes the 3-hitter, Logan Moran.
Looks like they're bringing the infield in, Nick. Again, just a base load. It's a force play at the plate.
First pitch misses high and inside. And again, we talk about how walks have been an issue. And now a walk here would put the Blue Raiders back in front.
Remember that inning they went ahead? It was back-to-back bases loaded walks how they got to 2 runs.
That one's going to get back. Coming home is Parker Short. He will score. The Blue Raiders regain the lead a few innings later here in the 6th. So again, a tough spot. Polytech has asked their relievers to come into a few tough spots here in this one. And Zimmerman taking over already with 2 men on. And a few hitters later, that go-ahead run comes across, and Woodbridge out in front 4-3. And
after I said
still some more damage almost to be done here.
Earlier in this game about the the big backstop here, and ball was bounced, and
Zimmerman fires that one right in. A much-needed pitch, 2-0, now 2-1.
And now if they come home, it's not a force out. They're going to have a tag.
Here's a 2-1 pitch to Logan Moran. That one also hops. Great job by Harvey to knock that one down and stay in front of it, or it could have been another run coming across. So it's been 3 walks issued by the Panthers on the last 3 batters, and then a passed ball has given Woodbridge the lead. Runners on second and third, 1 out for the catcher, Logan Moran. The pitch. Breaking ball misses again, and another walk. The 4th straight walk issued by Polytech.
Yeah, now it's a chance to the bases loaded and 1 out. Hitting the gap here can clear 'em and get you
Looks
a nice
like a pinch
lead.
runner here for Woodbridge. But now, Jay, you talked about it. Here's the cleanup man, Evan Woodall. The first baseman has been fantastic for Woodbridge. And so far tonight, he's 0 for 3.
Yeah, so he's due, right?
That's what you. Some would say that.
Yeah, I think that's what the manager's coming in, third base coach coming in, telling him, listen, wait for your pitch and drive it. Don't get too anxious. Sometimes with the bases loaded, Nick, you get anxious up there. You want to find the gap somewhere.
Here's the first pitch to Woodall. That's going to be hit hard down the line. That's going to be a foul ball. That's a tough call. Again, it was close, at least to my eyes. I'm not sure. It looked like a fair ball off the bat, but again, that's what you all can do at home. You can rewind. We can't do that here. But that's a close one down that third base line.
It's tough again. You don't have a third base umpire, so
that's right.
The home plate umpire's got to make the call, and he called it right away, to his credit.
Yep, he did. So we'll do it again, 0-1, the count here to Woodall with the bases loaded. And Woodbridge with a 4-3 lead. Zimmerman will step off. That one in the dirt. Harvey again on his toes with another nice stop.
Hey, he's been good tonight. I know that one he couldn't get to, but that one was a great block.
The pitch from Zimmerman. This one's hammered foul, but was crushed down the left field line. So 1-2 now. Zimmerman finds himself ahead of Woodall in a big spot with 1 out and the bases loaded. And the 1-2. Woodall stays alive, fouls it back. You can hear the ding come across from the press box seats up above us.
Yeah, I mean, that one, he's hit three foul balls. A couple of them were crushed, and then that one down the third baseline. It could have been a fair ball.
As this one once again hammered hard down the third baseline, but foul.
Both the runner and the coach went down. That's the look out.
So 1-2 the count to the cleanup hitter, Evan Woodall, as Woodbridge regained the lead on a walk, and we'll have another mound visit here from Polytech. One and two the count to Woodall. Here's the pitch. Got him swinging, and a huge strikeout for Zimmerman and Polytech for the second out of the inning.
That is huge. What a bat there, too, by both of them. He had a couple foul balls, and that was a good job to get the strikeout there.
So that'll bring up Will Haig. Haig has walked all three of his at-bats tonight. And if he can do it again, he'll put another run across. First pitch to him is in the dirt for ball one. The 1-0 pitch to Will Haig. Haig lifts it in the air, high in the air to shallow right field. Grubb is back there, and he will make the catch, and it's a great job by the Panthers to limit the damage to just 1 run here in the top of the 6th. To the bottom half we go. Woodbridge out in front, 4-3 right here on Delaware Live Sports.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware. Come check us out. Matt's Fish Camp features seafood classics, coastal comfort food, and chef-driven specials that pair perfectly with our large selection of craft ales, curated wine list, and camp cocktails. Matt's offers indoor and outdoor dining and is the perfect place to have dinner with your family, happy hour with friends, or enjoy lunch at the Raw Bar. Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware. Come check us out. Matt's Fish Camp features seafood classics, coastal comfort food, and chef-driven specials that pair perfectly with our large selection of craft ales, curated wine list, and camp cocktails. Matt's offers indoor and outdoor dining and is the perfect place to have dinner with your family, happy hour with friends, or enjoy lunch at the Raw Bar. Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware. Come check us out. Matt's Fish Camp features seafood classics, coastal comfort food, and chef-driven specials that pair perfectly with our large selection of craft ales, curated wine list, and camp cocktails. Matt's offers indoor and outdoor dining and is the perfect place to have dinner with your family, happy hour with friends, or enjoy lunch at the Raw Bar. Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware. Come check us out. Matt's Fish Camp features seafood.
And welcome back into Delaware Live Sports. Bottom of the 6th inning, Woodbridge regaining the lead in the top half. They take a 4-3 advantage in here at the bottom of the 6th. As Watkins still out on the mound, breaking ball to start off this at bat to the second baseman. Josh Fredericks is in there for a strike. This one's hit hard in the air to right field. As Latham trying to track it down, he can. It's going to take a hop on his way to second. And in there cleanly for a double. So that was Blake Knight, who hammers that one for an extra base hit to lead things off here in the bottom of the 6th. And these teams just answer each other, it seems like, every inning.
That's all it takes for a lead. The other team's going to find a way to come back.
A triple in his last at-bat and a double in his at-bat here. And 2 for 2 for the DH, Blake Knight. So that'll bring up Michael Brubaker, the shortstop, with a tying run in scoring position. So Watkins will get himself ready to face the shortstop Brubaker with a runner on second. The pitch, the bunt is down. Watkins will field it and not even going to make a throw to first. That's going to be out of the glove. Coming home now is Knight. The throw not in time, and we are all tied up at 4 once again, and not to mention Brubaker. He's safe at first.
He had to wait for the second baseman to come over and cover, and he just waited a tad too long, Nick, and then the ball was dropped there at first, and the run comes home, and we're all squared again, just like you said.
So 4-4 now for the second baseman, Josh Fredericks. He's 0 for 2. He's flown out twice. And now the go-ahead run at first. They're going to lay down a bunt. It's a good one right down the first base side. Watkins the throw, and they're able to get one on a nice play from the pitcher, Connor Watkins. But the runner advances into scoring position now with one out as the sacrifice is good.
I'll tell you what, that's a great play. Watkins is on his back and makes a good throw, and he stay composed and gets the
And again, not the best eyes on me without the binoculars today, but still seems like no bullpen work for Woodbridge at all today, or tonight, I should say.
One thing, Nick, it's up to 105 pitches now is the max. It was 85 to start the year.
Wow, how about that's a pretty big change.
Yeah, so what it does is, and then you got, like I said, with all the rainouts, Woodbridge might have 3 or 4 games this week, so you have to preserve.
That's a good point.
Now, the key is you can bring someone in. If they throw under 25 pitches, they don't need a day's rest. 25 to 50, they would need 1 day's rest, though, if you play again on Thursday and a Saturday.
That pitch from Watkins misses. So 2-0 the count now to the center fielder, Ethan Garcia.
And here, Nick, we're in the bottom of the 6th there. Polytech can get this run in. To go to the lead, just 3 outs away.
The 2-0 pitch to Garcia shows bunt, pulls away. And now 3-0 as Watkins struggling to find the strike zone. Garcia will show it once more on the 3-0. Pulls back, and that one down the middle for Watkins. 3-1 now to count to Garcia.
You might see that again where he squares and just pulls back.
The 3-1. Outside, and another walk for Watkins. Now 2 men aboard. As Watkins made a motion kind of to the bench, maybe like that could have been the last batter he thinks he can face.
Yeah, I'm not keeping track of pitch counts, Nick, but he might have been at his limit.
So runners on first and second now, back to the top of the order. Here in the 6th, it'll be the catcher, Will Harvey. Harvey 0 for 2 with a walk today. He's flown out twice with a stolen base. And we'll have a pitching change. We'll get you the switch here after the break. 4-4, we're all tied up here in the bottom of the 6th inning. A pitching change here for Woodbridge in the bottom of the 6th inning in a 4-4 game. Runners on first and second. It'll be Will Hay coming on to take the hill from third base. Ryan Scott will move to third, and Connor Watkins will move to shortstop. So top of the order here for Polytech. Go-ahead runner in scoring position at second with 1 out. So here's Will Harvey. First pitch from Haig misses down and away.
Nick, we talked about Polytech pitchers coming in today with, in jams. Here's a tough one here with the go-ahead run out there at second base. Just 1 out.
Pitch is in there for a strike from Will Haig. So 1-1 to Harvey. Breaking ball is hit in the air to right field. Latham is there. He'll make the catch, and they won't tag. So Michael Brubaker will stay put at second base on the deep fly ball to right field, and now 2 away here for Woodbridge in the bottom of the 6th inning. So here's Ryan Zimmerman. Zimmerman 1 for 3 tonight with a single. And the first pitch to him. Hits the corner for strike 1.
A lot of dancing going on there, but
I'm never understood it too much.
I saw the other day, you know, where the shortstop was dancing around like that. The pitcher pitched the ball and he hit it right where the shortstop would have been playing. And
that can happen.
Yeah. So it's interesting to see how coaches play it.
And you can see it there as Watkins goes to second base. That whole shortstop is wide open.
Especially in a tie game here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2 outs.
Especially with 2 outs, you're not really too worried about the runner. The 1-1 pitch. Got him swinging. A nice pitch from Will Haig. And now Zimmerman down the count 1-2. That go-ahead run sitting for him at second base. Bottom of the 6th inning. Here at Frawley Stadium. The 1-2 pitch to Zimmerman. Outside. It looked a bit outside to us up here. 2-2 the count to Zimmerman. Hit hard, right back up the middle. That's going to get through. Brubaker's going to round third. He's coming around for the go-ahead run, and he's in, standing up. A go-ahead RBI single for Ryan Zimmerman gives the Panthers the lead in the bottom of the 6th inning.
That's good hitting there. There are 2 strikes. Shorten up the swing and bats it up the middle and gives them the lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So Woodbridge scores 1 in the top, and Polytech answers for 2 back here in the bottom half.
Pinch runner. And that'll bring up now the third baseman, the 3-hitter, Isaac Balsarak. He's 0 for 2, but reached on an error his last time up. And Polytech a chance to extend that lead, get some insurance here with a runner on third. Haig fires over to first, and Zimmerman, or the pinch runner I should say now, dives back in safely. So runners on the corners, 2 outs for Balsarak. Low and away, 1-0. You know, what a good game to open up our baseball season on here this year at Frawley Stadium.
Yeah, it really is, and you know, a hell of a battle.
Going to keep the runner close at first. 1-1, still the count to Balsarak. One and two, the count. Now with runners on the corners, the Panthers up 5-4. Trying to protect that 1-run lead, looking to add to it. Give themselves some insurance here ahead of inning number 7. Caught in a rundown now, as they're just going to give him second base. So count remains 1-2 as now the pinch runner moves into scoring position here as well.
Yeah, his job was to try and force a run down there. But with 2 outs, you got to be careful because that runner would have to score before you get tagged out.
They had a shot to tag him there.
Yeah.
Here's the 1-2. Balsarac hits it high in the air to left center. Trying to track it down is Schroeder. And he will for the final out, but not before Polytech puts 2 across the bottom of the 6th to not only tie it, but take the lead as we head to the 7th inning. 5-4, Panthers in front of the Blue Raiders. Last chance for Woodbridge when we come back.
First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com. First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com.
And here we go to the top of the 7th inning. Zimmerman back on to try to lock this thing down for Polytech, who had a 2-run bottom of the 6th to take a 1-run lead, 5-4. As Nolan Gorman sends one over the center field wall. Cardinals take a 1-0 lead over the Philadelphia Phillies.
Wheeler's hard luck continues this year. He's pitched good, but they won't score for him.
So here's Connor Watkins. It's going to be 6, 7, 8 here for Woodbridge in the top of the 7th inning. First pitch from Zimmerman misses outside. So 1-0 to Connor Watkins. Woodbridge needs one to keep this game alive. The second pitch is swung through for Watkins. 1-1 now the count to the pitcher who started today for Woodbridge.
Yeah, if you're Polytech, you just want to throw strikes, let your defense fill the ball, and get out of here. The Woodbridge has had success with the walks today, getting people on base.
And if you're Polytech and Ryan Zimmerman, that's the guess. As you said, Jay, the last thing you want to see here, holding that 1-run lead in the 7th inning.
Right, you just want to throw strikes and let your defense make the plays. And if they hit it where it isn't, credit to them.
This one fouled off and back. So 1-2 the count here to Watkins to lead off things for Woodbridge in the top of the 7th inning. Trailing by a run. 3 outs to work with for Woodbridge. This one outside. The 2-2 pitch to Watkins is hit in the air to second base, and that's going to get by and down for a hit as it gets past Frederick. And the leadoff man aboard for Woodbridge here in the 7th inning, and he represents the tying run.
Good piece to hit him with 2 strikes there. Go the other way. He gets on base, and let's see if they try and get him in motion. Or even, wouldn't shock me if they look to bunt him over too.
Here's the shortstop, Ryan Scott. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Came around and scored in the 4th inning. And we talked about how these teams have answered each other each inning. And we'll see if Woodbridge can do it in the 7th. Squaring around to bunt was Scott. He'll pull back 1-0. Checking over to first, diving back safely. The 1-0. It's in there for a strike. 1-1 the count here to Ryan Scott with Watkins. The tying run at first. Nobody out here in the top of the 7th inning. It's been a fun back and forth between Polytech and Woodbridge. And, of course, both of these teams going to have a long trek back here after this one.
Yeah, it is true.
Keeping them close back at first again. So one team going to have a nice happy ride home. Another maybe a not so happy ride. But one thing's for sure, both of these teams played well today. And
yeah,
again, have put on a heck of a show here at Frawley Stadium. 1-1 the count to Scott. The bunt is down. Charging is Zimmerman. He has it cleanly. They'll get one as the sacrifice is successful for Scott. Watkins into scoring position with 1 out.
It's a good job. You know, he gets it down, makes the pitcher field the ball, and moves that tying run into scoring position with just 1 out.
Bring up the DH, Dylan Passwaters. He's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. And he steps in a big spot. Again, that tying run sitting in scoring position at second for Woodbridge. They've got 2 outs to work with here at the top of the 7th inning. Passwater steps in. Here's the first pitch from Zimmerman. And Passwaters will call time. So it's been, as we mentioned, a nail-biter here at Frawley Stadium to start our season this spring. And the first pitch to Passwaters. Misses inside, 1-0 to the DH. The 1-0 pitch. It was a good one, fouled off by Passwaters. And off the window of the high mark here at the press box. Count is evened up 1-1.
We haven't had any, I don't think we haven't had any, knock on wood, that went to the parking lot yet this year.
That's true. I parked hopefully in a good spot, knock on wood, as you said. 1-1 the count to Passwaters. Just misses outside. A nice frame job by Harvey, but won't get the call. 2-1. Passwaters out in front here of Zimmerman. Go-ahead run is Watkins at second base with 1 away here in the 7th. And another break in the action. Comes back and takes that one inside for a ball. 3-1 now to count. And first base is open. But again, Harvey going to go have a word with his pitcher. 3-1 the count to Passwaters here.
A good count for him. You know, he's 3-1. Nick, he can look for a pitch. It's not in that spot. He'll take.
The pitch. Water on the ground. That's going to get through into right field. A runner will be held at third. And now runners on the corners with 1 away. So Watkins kind of got a late jump on it from second base. And now we'll see Polytech probably bring the infield in with one out and trying to hold that one run, as they're going to have to now deal with Parker Short, the second baseman, followed by the top of the order.
Be interesting to see if they try maybe a safety squeeze at one point, Nick, or something to where they get that runner going or something, but it'll be interesting here.
And it was Zimmerman with the go-ahead RBI in the bottom of the sixth for Polytech. Now, can he work out of a huge jam here in the top half of the seventh? With runners on the corners, the tying run is Watkins at third. The go-ahead run is at first. So here's Parker Short in a big spot for Woodbridge. First pitch from Zimmerman is in there for a strike. They'll give the free bag to Passwaters, who actually now has a pinch runner. So over to second he goes, and now second and third. Short 1 for 2 with a walk today. He singled into center back in the fourth inning. He walked in the sixth. The 0-1 pitch. It's fouled back, and now Zimmerman ahead 0-2 on Parker Short.
That's coming back down.
Head on a swivel.
That looked like the Mike Lang golf shot with all that backspin in it.
The 0-2 pitch to Parker Short. It's hit in the air to right field. Back on it and able to haul it in is Brown. The throw to the plate, and what a play. They're going to keep the runners where they are. And I believe that was Elijah Benton who has moved his way into right field.
And what a job. You know, he gets that ball in there, and that's a good job by the third base coach to not send him, because if he sends him,
he might have been out to end the game.
Yep, I was thinking the same thing. But look who's coming up.
And here's the guy you want up in a situation like this for the Blue Raiders, and they're going to walk him.
Yeah, that's smart.
So that'll load the bases and bring up the center fielder, Sam Schroeder. He's 1 for 2 with a single and 2 walks today. So the center fielder, it comes down to him, Sam Schroeder, with the bases loaded, the tying run at third, and Zimmerman and the Panthers just 1 out away from shutting the door. What a game here at Frawley Stadium tonight.
Yeah, it really has been a very exciting game, and it's going to be interesting.
Woodbridge down to their final out. Time called.
Kind of back and forth here. You know, the pitcher takes a little time, and the batter takes a little time. And
the first pitch swung through for strike one. Zimmerman ahead 0-1 on Sam Schroeder. And another step off. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Comes back inside and hits the corner. And the Woodbridge Blue Raider fans that made the trip up didn't like that one. And now Zimmerman and the Panthers just a strike away from walking out of Frawley Stadium with a 5-4 comeback victory.
Yeah.
0-2 the count to Schroeder with the bases loaded. 5-4 Panthers in front in the 7th. Got him on the inside corner, and what a way to end it as Zimmerman got him looking for strike 3, and Polytech puts 2 across in the bottom of the 6th inning and hold on here in the top half of the 7th for the 5-4 win.
Yeah, what a game. What a pitch there. Right on the inside corner and gets the strikeout, and they hold the bases loaded there, and Polytech gets out of here with the 5-4 win.
What a game to kick off our season here this spring, especially at Frawley Stadium between two fantastic teams in Woodbridge and Polytech. Back and forth we went, but it's the Panthers, the home team, that walk out of here with a 5-4 win. It was Zimmerman with the go-ahead RBI and also shutting the door as well on the mound in the 7th inning. Jason, closing words for our first broadcast of 2024.
It was exciting. What a game, and what a finish there, and a good win for Polytech, who goes back home with the victory over Woodbridge, but Woodbridge played really well too.
What a game for Nick Alessandrini, Jason Winchell, Nick Halliday, and Mike Lang. We will see you on Thursday. Same spot, same location right here on Delaware Live Sports. Polytech 5, Woodbridge 4 in a battle